Hello everyone, it's me Miriam from Pain Outside the Box, and today I've been meaning to make a Christmas special video, which is a video dedicated to chronic pain sufferers who might be a little bit scared of flare-ups this Christmas or who might not be entirely comfortable with this time of the year, as I realized that Christmas time is not really the most comfortable and comforting time of the year for some people. And I also realized that there are so many expectations associated with Christmas time, and that these expectations can actually make symptoms worse if you suffer from TMS, chronic pain. So here's my take on this. So personally, I grew up trying to like Christmas, but sometimes failing to really enjoy it. So I used to try and look forward to the presents and to being with my family and cousins when I was young, but I always felt a sense of emptiness at the end of the day. And it took me a while to kind of reconcile myself with Christmas, especially as things always started to come up during the month of December. And December for me meant that problems are more likely to crop up for some reason or another. So anyway, I just noticed that I had developed this kind of negativity around Christmas, and the way that I resolved it for myself was to be very watchful of my own expectations during this time of the year. So I decided to be kind of open to anything, to kind of lower down those kind of expectations of wanting things to be perfect. It was just the perfectionist tendency in us, right? We want holidays, we want events to be perfect for us. And if they're anything less than perfect, then we get tense, we get stressed, and we get disappointed, basically. So now, especially that I'm a pain coach, and that I notice that a lot of people are more likely to get flare-ups around the holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas. I notice how emotionally charged these times of the year can be for people. And there are various reasons for this, right? So for some people, being with family or with their extended family can be emotionally triggering, right? Because some people have conflicts, some people have problems with certain members of the family. So just due to the fact that they know they're going to have to spend the whole day or a whole week, whatever, with this certain person, that makes them feel unsafe, right? And if they're prone to chronic symptoms, feeling unsafe means that the symptoms are likely to worsen. So just being aware that this can happen, okay? Shifting the blame from your physical body to actually the emotional causes that might be causing a flare up can already produce some relief, because the more aware you are of what's going on over here, the less likely you are to experience your emotions as pain. So, for those of you who get a flare up or are fearful of a flare up during this time of the year, just consider, what do you normally do during this time of the year? What are you doing? What are you thinking? Do you really want to be doing what you plan to be doing, or are you being forced into it? Are you doing it just because this is what you need to do at this time of the year? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be responsible, you shouldn't visit your family, you shouldn't have that dinner. But just keep in mind that maybe deep down, your inner child doesn't really want to be doing this. And give the child a voice by recognizing it, just to avoid experiencing a pain flare up instead, right? So that's one of the things. The other thing, which I mentioned already, is to kind of be open to anything, be open to having fun, and be open to the possibility that that pain won't get in the way, that you will connect with people around you, that you'll have a wonderful time. But try not to be perfectionist about your expectations. Try not to set kind of too high a standard. Don't set high standards at this time of the year about the way you want things to turn out. All right, because that puts so much more pressure on your emotional system, let's say. Okay, so that, and also I wanted to make you aware of the power of what we call anticipatory anxiety, right? So anticipatory anxiety is when we fear that something is going to go wrong, or when you fear, for example, that our pain or our symptoms are going to ruin things for us. So if you have an event this Christmas, if you have something that you really want to turn out right, but you're scared that your symptoms will flare up and that they will ruin it for you, just watch those thoughts a little bit and see if you can redirect them and visualize an alternative outcome. So by redirecting them, I mean not indulging in these fearful thoughts of you having a bad time, of you having a flare up. As soon as you catch yourself having this thought, you have to click your fingers, stamp your foot, clap your hands, and imagine you are pushing it away. This is what I mean by thought redirection. And the other idea is to visualize a positive outcome instead. So if you find yourself thinking negatively, thinking catastrophically, thinking that your symptoms will prevent you from having fun or will cause you to have a really hard time, just stop and imagine and visualize the opposite instead. And be a little bit more vivid with this visualization. Be clear on how you would like to feel and see yourself feeling and moving painlessly or without major difficulties, right? Because our expectations have a huge influence on the way we actually feel on a day-to-day basis. And if we add a lot of weight on a certain occasion, like Christmas or a particular party or a wedding, then we are more likely to experience pain because we feel that so much is at stake, right? We feel that unless we can get through this event pain-free, it's going to be a failure. But just by thinking and feeling that way, it's more likely to cause pain. So watch your expectations this Christmas. Watch your expectations of pain, about pain. Watch your expectations about happiness, about enjoyment. Okay? Just be open to the possibility of having a good time, of having some good moments. Okay? But don't put the stakes too high. This is basically this lesson in a nutshell, right? Don't put the stakes too high. It causes too much pressure on yourself, especially if you suffer from chronic symptoms. Okay, and that's all for today. I just want to remind you that I'm selling a program right now, which consists of videos, your own personal journals, readings, very important readings, which are designed to guide you through the journey of becoming pain-free and to avoid overwhelm for you. Okay, so you'll find more details about this program in the description below. Okay, you can purchase it for just $199 and have all the materials. It's self-paced, it's totally DIY, but you can also join our Facebook group in order to get additional support. And you also have my own support via email. So it's something to consider if you feel a little bit lost or overwhelmed, or you don't know exactly how to get over your TMS pain, right? So that's all for today. I wish you all a wonderful Christmas and New Year. Keep those expectations in check and be open to having a great time. Bye bye.